Welcome to another video from GRF CPAs and advisors. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at user security in Acumatica, and specifically managing security directly through the screen in question. So before we jump into that portion of it, I wanted to take a quick run through as far as how security works in Acumatica. So you'll see the screen that I'm on here is the access rights by screen. And what this means is this has a listing on the left hand side here of every module, and then if you click the plus button to expand it, every screen within Acumatica. Now you can also click the plus button further to actually go and manage security field by field as well. In today's example, we're just going to take a look at the screens So again, left hand side, module and screen. And then on the right hand side, it has a listing of every single user role in the system. So you can see we've got administrator, some AP roles up here, some cash management roles down here, and so on and so forth. All of your roles are listed here. Now to the right of this, you've got the access right listed. So for each role, so administrator here, you can see the level of access that they have. So in this case, we can see that for this screen, which is highlighted here, so for the bills and adjustments screen, the administrator role has delete access. The AP admin role has not set access. So that means the administrator can access this screen, the AP admin cannot. Now, just to take a quick look at the different levels of access you can have, if I double click here and I click the drop down, you can see the different levels that we have. So we'll touch on the most important ones here. So first is delete. Delete is essentially full access, and that means you can do anything within that screen. Insert means you can do anything to that screen, with the exception of you cannot delete records from it. So you can edit existing records, you can create new records, but you can't delete existing records. Now, kind of moving on down the list, this does continue on in a hierarchical manner. Edit. So edit is slightly less access than insert. You have the ability to edit existing documents, but you cannot create new ones, and you cannot delete old ones. And then finally, you have view only. This is the lowest level of access where you would still have access to the screen, and it means you can look at it, but you can't do anything with it. You can't process it, you can't change fields. It's purely view only. And then the final one is not set. So this is going to function in this context as you do not have the access to the screen. Now, with that being said, I want to jump back out of here, and then we'll show you how to actually get to this screen to manage the security for the bills and adjustments. So let's say, for example, our AP admin came up to us and they said, you know what, I actually can't get into the bills and adjustment screen. The way that you would manage that is you would go to the bills and adjustment screen yourself. So I'm logged in as admin, I'm going to the bills and adjustment screen, but from within any screen in Acumatica, if you go to tools and then access rights, it's going to take you to that access rights by screen section of the system. In here, it's drilling you straight into the access rights for the bills and adjustment screen. So you notice here on the left hand side, bills and adjustments is bolded. That means we're specifically impacting that screen. And then on the right hand side, we can look and see, so why does our AP admin not have access? Well, notice if we look at the AP admin and the access right, it's set to not set. So if we then update this to delete and we save it, the AP admin role would now have access to that screen. Now, one other thing that I want to touch on while we're here is the two differing types of security in Acumatica. So there's this here, which has these different levels: delete, insert, edit, view only, not set. And then there's also a slightly differing layout for security for reports. So these levels of access will apply for everything with the exception of reports. And then if we take a quick look at a report, so let's say we go to payables and we go to AP aging, and then maybe our AP admin also doesn't have access to the AP aging report. You'll notice if I go to tools and then access rights, the drop down for access rights here on the right hand side is going to be slightly different, but it's going to be pretty intuitive. So you'll notice we're drilled into the AP aging screen. It's in bold here. And then if we look at the AP admin, you can see much fewer levels of access. With a report, it's basically you see it or you don't. So granted is going to be full access to that report, and then not set is going to be no access to that report. So AP admin, as long as they're granted and we save it, the AP admin is going to have access to that screen as well. So with that was a quick dive into your user security in Acumatica and the best way to manage security directly from screens, where you go to tools and then access rights. Thank you and have a great one.